everyone, welcome back to U.S. Corrupt Cops, where we uncover the truth behind law enforcement controversies. Today, we're diving into a shocking incident at a Massachusetts church where a family's encounter with police over a custody dispute spiraled into allegations of excessive force, tasers, and a pregnant woman denied medical care, leaving you wondering where the line between authority and abuse really lies. But before we get started, if you like this video, drop a 1 in the comments, and if it's not your thing, let me know with it too. I'd truly appreciate it if you'd leave a comment below before you head out. Now, let's jump into today's story.
On August 25, 2019, officers from the Worcester Police Department in Massachusetts arrived at Cornerstone Bible Baptist Church to address a situation involving Rachel Rudi, the daughter of the church's Reverend Joseph Rudi Sr., who reportedly did not return her 11-year-old child after a custodial visit. According to the Rudi family, when Rachel Rudi inquired whether the officers had any paperwork or if she was being detained, Officer Nunez replied that neither was the case, prompting her to attempt to leave. Additional officers, including Officer Capabianca, arrived, and the subsequent interaction was recorded by body camera footage.
Who are you? Who are you? Why don't you go inside? You have nothing involved.
Oh, that's my daughter. So okay. Yeah, I do have a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you know,
you don't
this has nothing to do with you.
Tyrant, don't tell me. Rachel. Tyrant.
You done yelling? You done yelling?
Are you done yelling? Acting like a big shot?
We're all set here. You can go inside.
No, you go on.
You're not going to tell me what to do. You can go inside. You're about to be arrested for disturbing the peace.
Here, Tyrant. Let's get him. Look at him. Look at this guy. Look at him.
Hey!
What are you doing?
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, you're in a trouble! Don't listen! What are you doing?
Get back.
Tasing me. He tased me and I got my hat!
After Reverend Rudi refers to the officers as tyrants, an officer threatens to charge him with disturbing the peace. And when he does not comply with the order to return inside, the officer pursues him into the church, pushes him to the ground, and uses a taser on him. The discussion of force will be addressed later, but first, it is necessary to examine whether the officers had legal grounds to arrest or detain Reverend Rudi. The Massachusetts Disturbing the Peace statute, found in Section 53 of Chapter 272 of the state's general laws, indicates that disorderly individuals or those disrupting the peace face a fine of up to $150 for a first offense. Massachusetts jury instructions specify that a conviction requires proof of conduct most would find unreasonably disruptive, such as creating loud and disturbing noises, engaging in tumultuous or offensive behavior, throwing objects in populated areas, or threatening, quarreling, fighting, or challenging others to fight. The prohibited actions also include uttering personal insults, classified as fighting words, which are so offensive they are likely to provoke an immediate violent reaction. To secure a conviction, the government must demonstrate that the conduct was intentional, not accidental, and that it genuinely disturbed at least one person. However, due to First Amendment protections, the jury instructions clarify that the Disturbing the Peace statute does not apply to offensive or abusive language unless it constitutes profane, libelous, insulting, or fighting words likely to incite an immediate breach of the peace. Additionally, the 1987 Supreme Court case, City of Houston v. Hill, established that the First Amendment protects significant verbal criticism and challenges directed at police officers, unless they are likely to produce a clear and present danger of a serious substantive evil far beyond public inconvenience, annoyance, or unrest. The court referenced Justice Powell's concurring opinion in the 1974 case Lewis v. City of New Orleans, which suggested that the fighting words exception might require a narrower application when directed at police officers, as a properly trained officer is expected to exercise greater restraint than the average citizen and thus be less likely to respond aggressively to fighting words. Therefore, it is improbable that a court would find Reverend Rudi's statements, as captured on body camera footage, to exceed First Amendment protections, although it remains possible that prior unrecorded conduct or speech could have constituted disturbing the peace.
You guys need to get back up. Get out of that space, back up.
Just record it. That's all.
Oh, you tased me. Get the state cops here. Oh, you just punched the wall. I'm gonna sit.
Sit down.
Are you on?
I'm okay. Stop, Papa. We need
We're in the church assembly.
What's wrong with you people? These guys are tyrants.
Stay on the ground now.
Let go of me. What's wrong with you? He's a tyrant. I'm resisting you. Stop him, you idiot. Get on the ground. You're on the ground.
Stay on the ground.
Get on the ground. You're psycho. Stop moving. You're hurting me. Listen, buddy. Let go of me. I'm gonna sue the out of you, so you know. This guy's been hitting me, kicking me. Yeah, I'm gonna sue the crap out of him. You're hurting me, man. I just asked you to get off my wrist, man.
You're
Get
staying
this
right
guy's
there.
name right here, Capa Bianca. Yeah.
Please.
Everybody, get this stuff. All because they're trying to bully one of our church members and steal their child.
We'll just sue him, that's all.
I don't know what I did to get
You didn't do
tased.
nothing. They sitting here punching
Yeah,
me in
he
the
came
face.
at me because he didn't
This
like
Spanish
it.
cop right here punched me right in the face.
I know that. Don't be punching us. Shut your mouth. You need to back away from us. We're not animals. What am I arrested for?
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, what did I get arrested for?
Get the supervisor here now.
I can't even believe what these guys just did in this church house.
Yeah.
We need to get him up and then him. Which one do you want to get up first? They can get both. We have enough guys now.
Are you kidding me?
How?
We've got enough guys now.
Make sure my wife gets checked out because she's pregnant and this cop tackled her.
Joseph Rudi Jr., the son of Reverend Rudi and a pastor at the church, requests that an officer ensure his wife, Carissa Rudi, receives medical attention as she is pregnant and was tackled by an officer. A lawsuit filed by the Rudi family alleges that an EMT at the church refused to provide medical care to Carissa Rudi, stating he was there to treat officers and would not examine her because she allegedly struck an officer. The lawsuit further claims that Carissa Rudi received no medical treatment and, after her arrest, lay on the cell floor for hours without care. In the 1983 case Reverend v. Massachusetts General Hospital, the Supreme Court ruled that the 14th Amendment requires the government to provide medical care to individuals injured during police apprehension. The court also determined that while the Eighth Amendment's prohibition on cruel and unusual punishment applies only to convicted prisoners, the due process rights of pre-trial detainees are at least as robust as those of convicted prisoners. The First Circuit Court of Appeals, which oversees Massachusetts, clarified in the 2016 case Miranda Rivera v. Toledo de Vila that government officials violate the Eighth Amendment by showing deliberate indifference to a prisoner's serious medical needs. A serious medical need is one diagnosed by a physician as requiring treatment or one so obvious that a layperson would recognize the need for a doctor's attention. Similarly, in the 2001 case, Kosha v. Town of Pembroke, the First Circuit noted that deliberate indifference may include a conscious failure to provide medical services when they are reasonably appropriate. In this case, officers were repeatedly informed that Carissa Rudi was 3 months pregnant, a condition that would likely be considered an obvious risk to a layperson and a situation where medical services would be reasonably necessary. Thus, if the lawsuit's allegations are accurate, Carissa Rizzuti has a strong case that the state failed to provide her with the medical care required by the 14th Amendment.
This guy tased me, the other guy kicked me. 55 years old, beaten up by the Worcester Police. This guy right here.
You have an ID on you?
No, I don't. You got one on you?
I drive stun. He got drive stun in the back.
Does he have to go?
No, just want to check him out. You don't even
I'll wait
get
for
any
him to
marks.
cool off for a minute.
Yeah.
My name's Joe, Reverend Joe Rudi. I don't consent you to go in my pocket. You don't care what I say.
You're under arrest. We're going to search
You
you.
get away from me.
Okay?
You get away from me.
No,
This
you're
guy
under
was
arrest.
assaulted.
All right.
I'm your arrest.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? You get away from me. You've already assaulted me. Assaulted me, tased me, laying in the back of my church. This guy. Imagine that. All because he was asked a simple question. Tased me, you knocked me to the ground, and this guy's pulling my pants down.
Reverend Rudi condemns the officers for their use of force against him. Body camera footage reveals that officers chased him through the church, threw him to the ground, and tased him. The Rizzuti family's lawsuit also alleges that officers struck both Reverend Rudi and Pastor Rudi with closed fists, and that Carissa Rizzuti was thrown to the floor where officers stepped on her stomach and back, though not all of these actions are visible in the body camera footage. The Worcester Police Department's use of force policy states that an officer's force response must be objectively reasonable based on their perception of the risk or threat posed by a subject and the subject's actions. The policy further stipulates that officers must not use physical force unless de-escalation tactics have been attempted and failed or are not feasible given the circumstances. Drawing on the 1989 case, Graham versus Connor, an officer may use non-deadly force that is objectively reasonable to effect an arrest, protect themselves or others from harm, restrain a resistant subject, or safely control an unlawful situation. In this incident, the officers did not indicate that the Rizzutis were under arrest, though they appeared to attempt to arrest at least Reverend Rudi when force was used. While Reverend Rudi verbally challenged the officers, there was no evidence suggesting that the Rizzutis posed a physical threat to the officers or others at the time force was initiated. Additionally, the body camera footage does not show the Rizzutis resisting lawful orders, and assuming the lawsuit's allegations are true, the Rizzutis were not creating an unlawful situation, as Officer Nunez had already informed Rachel Rudi that there was no paperwork and she was not under arrest. Thus, a court could determine that the force used by the officers violated Worcester Police Department policy and was constitutionally excessive, though the chaotic and incomplete nature of the body camera footage makes a definitive conclusion challenging. Furthermore, the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court, in the 1983 case Commonwealth v. Modena, ruled that while individuals do not generally have the right to resist unlawful arrest under state law, an arrestee may defend themselves with the degree of force reasonably necessary under the circumstances. Consequently, the Rizzutis could argue they were acting in self-defense against excessive force if charged with resisting.
No one's
They're going to check
checked
him
me
out.
out.
They're waiting for him to calm down.
They're
They're waiting for him to calm down.
I like my money clip and my money back. We'll take care of that. Look
Keep
at
him
these
getting-
guys. You guys getting this on video? Taking all my stuff out of my pockets, my money, my
bro.
money clip,
Hey,
everything.
your whole behavior, all on video. All your behavior.
That's how that works.
Don't worry about it. Okay? So shut your mouth.
Oh, really? Shut my mouth.
Did they prevent you from getting the kid?
I wasn't here for like I said. It was a lot. We were trying to get to there, and he kept interfering, and he wouldn't calm down. He kept causing a scene, then he went.
Where did you get, you know where you got tased?
I have no idea. He got tased right in the middle back here.
Can I just look at it? Is that alright?
Relax. I gotta check you out. Right here. All right, we're good. All right, you all set to go to the wagon. Let's go. That's for this guy here. Okay. Let me find. I don't know what the noise got going on, but thank you.
They did all this in front of him.
I'm good here. They just need a card for the other guy. All right, guys, we're good.
Mom,
Thank you.
they're gonna tell you, honey. You're going to the police station. You gotta bail us out. You got Joey's credit card. I'm getting arrested too.
Reverend Rudi faced charges of assault and battery on a police officer, resisting arrest, disorderly conduct, disturbing the peace, assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, and interference with a police investigation. Pastor Rudi was charged with interference with a police investigation and resisting arrest. The resisting arrest charges against both were dismissed before trial, and a judge acquitted them of all other charges after a bench trial. Rudi faced a charge of interference with a police investigation, which was also dismissed. Rachel Rudi was charged with several offenses, including kidnapping, which was later dismissed, while her other charges were decriminalized. On August 23, 2022, the Rudi family filed a federal lawsuit against officers Nunez and Capabianca, along with other officers and Worcester government officials, alleging unreasonable force, assault and battery, conspiracy, malicious prosecution, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and other federal claims.
Thank you so much for sticking with us until the very end. You're one of the few who go the distance. If you found this video insightful or thought-provoking, please hit that like button, and if you can, share it with your friends to spread the word. I'd love to hear your take on today's story, so drop your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow for more.